let's go back to this issue about Malach Adonai. Is this figure in any sense divine? This is why many scholars believe that, yes, in fact, and not just scholars, people just reading the Bible saying, wow, look at this. It really seems as if this malach, this messenger, is sent from God, but bears the very divine image. So let's look in Exodus chapter 3, the famous account of the burning bush, all right? Exodus chapter 3, beginning in verse 1. Now Moses, tending the flock of his father-in-law Jethro, the priest of Midian, drove the flock into the wilderness and came to Horeb, the mountain of God. An angel of the Lord, so Vayera Malach Adonai Elav. So an angel of the Lord appeared to him in a blazing fire out of a bush. He gazed, and there was a bush all aflame, yet the bush was not consumed. All right, verse 3. Moses said, I must turn aside to look at this marvelous sight. Why doesn't the bush burn up? When the Lord saw, Vayera Adonai, when the Lord saw that he had turned aside to look, God called him. Elohim mitoch hasneh. God called to him out of the bush, Moses, Moses. He answered him, here I am. And Moses hid his face. Why? Because he was afraid to look at God.
Hello and welcome back to another Missionary Skeptic video. Brown's method is simple. Take any and every instance in which an angel of God is called God and claim that this is proof of a multi-personal being. Brown's argument relies upon the assumption that it is always the same singular angel being given the divine name. However, if it can be proven that it is common to find God's angels being awarded the divine name, this devoids this particular angel, cited in Exodus 3, of possessing any sort of uniqueness, as it is common to find scripture attributing God's name to his angels. Let's go to our proof text, Genesis 18, arguably the most commonly cited chapter by Christian missionaries to prove this exact point. Christians maintain that one of the three angels which visited Abraham was God, as he is introduced by the divine name in verse 1. They will then claim that one of the angels which remained behind with Abraham after the other two departed is again called by the divine name, see Genesis 18:22, concluding that at least one of the three angels has to be God. Unlike the other two, which went on to Sodom, are never called by the divine name. This point is actually false. While we do find the angel which remained behind with Abraham is granted the divine name, the other two angels which went on to destroy Sodom and rescue Lot are also called by the divine name. See Genesis 19:13, where these two distinct angels, which are distinct from the godly angel which remained behind with Abraham, declare that they will destroy Sodom. The only issue is, Genesis 19:24 states that the Lord rained fire from the Lord out of heaven. If this is the second two angels performing this action of destroying Sodom, then why does it state that God rained fire from God, if these are the angels? This clearly demonstrates that both sets of angels, the one which remained behind with Abraham and the two which went on to destroy Sodom, are both called God. This point is sufficient to establish that the angel in Exodus 3 possesses zero uniqueness, as it is common to find particular sets of angels being ascribed the divine name. As we see in the Genesis 18 narrative, firstly the angel that remains behind with Abraham, and the two angels which declare they will destroy Sodom, but then the narrative establishes that God destroyed Sodom. Clearly, the angels which destroyed Sodom were awarded the divine name in verse 24. If you enjoyed our video, please like and subscribe.